LPBW, Caryn Chandler moves to Arizona with her daughter after split, from Matt Roloff. Dear loves, welcome to TLC Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. The deal is sealed. LPBW star Caryn Chandler has made a bold move as she has officially packed her bags from Matt Roloff's house. She and her daughter have relocated to Arizona, and this move seems to be a permanent one. But that's not all. Some serious changes are coming up after their split. All of this came after Matt announced that he and Caryn were calling off their engagement and they were no longer together. Where is Caryn living now? What is this all about? What did she reveal? Keep on reading to learn more about this controversy because the tea is really hot. LPBW viewers have watched Matt and Caryn create a happily ever after together. Hence, none of them ever thought that these two would even think of parting ways. However, Roloff recently revealed that the couple had decided to call off their engagement, and it was for all the good reasons. He further tried to make it look mutual, while Caryn didn't react to this revelation. Amid all this, several sources claimed that Caryn was the one who actually pushed for a breakup. The noted former couple had some issues, and Chandler made it clear that she didn't want to live with Matt at all. However, she hasn't really confirmed anything related to her breakup, and viewers are still waiting to hear her side of the story. LPBW viewers are well aware of how Matt Roloff built a massive mansion on his property for none other than Caryn Chandler. The latter made it clear that she didn't want to live in the house where her fiancé lived with his ex-wife. Hence, Matt spent $1.4 million on his new house for the love of his life. However, Caryn has finally decided to make the big move of her life, and she has moved out of Matt's house. The Sun recently confirmed that Caryn was no longer living on the Roloff farm, and she has already moved to Arizona. Apparently, she always wanted to live in Arizona after retirement, and she is living her dream now. The celeb wanted to live closer to her parents, and her daughter, Brittany, also relocated from Oregon with her. However, Caryn's son, Connor, is staying behind, and he didn't move with his mother and sister. But that's not all. The source further revealed that Caryn bought her own house in surprise, and the home that Matt got for her is already on the market. Well, this surely marks the end of an era. The insider revealed that Caryn is looking forward to starting a new chapter in Arizona. She has always wanted to live there. She had a great time with Matt, but things weren't fine between them. As per the source, Caryn wasn't really at peace with Matt, and their relationship was bound to end at some point in time. It appears that a lot was happening between Matt and Caryn behind the scenes, and things were really chaotic between them. What do you think? Little people, big world star Matt Roloff and his longtime partner Caryn Chandler have officially ended their relationship after 8 years together. The split comes just over a year after the TLC series aired its final season in February 2024. The pair first grew close when Chandler started working on Roloff Farms. Their friendship eventually turned romantic in 2017, and after 6 years of dating, the couple got engaged in 2023 with plans to marry in 2024. However, the wedding never materialized. The couple repeatedly postponed their plans, and unresolved family issues appeared to take a toll on their future together. Roloff announced the split from Chandler in an Instagram post shared on July 22nd. In his statement, he emphasized that the decision was mutual, made on good terms, and that they still hold great respect for each other. He acknowledged the many wonderful memories they have shared and thanked fans for their continued support. Matt Roloff ended the message on a hopeful note, saying he was choosing to look ahead and move forward with positivity and trust, but didn't provide any specifics on why they chose to split. However, there have been quiet signs that all wasn't well between the couple. Although Roloff framed the breakup as a mutual decision, new reports suggest otherwise. According to the U.S. Sun, a source close to the Roloff family revealed that it was primarily Chandler who chose to walk away. They also mentioned that the family was completely blindsided by the breakup. In the months leading up to the breakup, Roloff and Chandler appeared to be happy on the farm. And as recently as April, Matt Roloff even posted Instagram photos of them enjoying a night out at a concert. The sudden split has left even those in their inner circle trying to make sense of how things fell apart so quickly. Part of the answer may lie in the weight the relationship has carried for years. Chandler had worked at Roloff Farms as an employee long before becoming Roloff's partner. and fans have speculated that their relationship began while Roloff was still married to Amy Merrick. Merrick herself alleged in her book, A Little Me, that Roloff and Chandler were romantically involved during their marriage. Plus, the timing of how quickly Roloff and Chandler's relationship became official after the divorce only supports those beliefs. The backlash never really faded. Chandler was labeled a homewrecker, and their relationship remained a target of ongoing scrutiny and speculation. That persistent tension may have finally taken its toll. When Roloff announced his engagement to Chandler, he shared that they were looking forward to a simple but elegant Hawaiian wedding in 2024. But those plans were quickly put on hold so Roloff could focus on caring for his aging mother. Over time, the wedding kept getting delayed, and their plans never moved past vague ideas. Little People, Big World Season 25 finale, showed that the couple had very different visions for the big day. Chandler said she wanted a small, intimate ceremony, while Roloff casually replied, "Maybe," suggesting he was leaning toward a larger celebration with extended family and friends. Even that small exchange hinted at deeper. Chandler also had ongoing difficulties dealing with Roloff's extended family. Roloff shares 4 children with his ex-wife, and he maintains a friendly relationship with Merrick and her new husband. That closeness has often brought awkwardness to his relationship with Chandler. In an April 2024 Little People, Big World episode, Chandler admitted that blending families hadn't been easy and that she'd worked hard to set boundaries in second relationships. But those boundaries were tested repeatedly. Matt Roloff also wanted to hold the wedding at Roloff Farms, the same place he had married his ex-wife. Chandler rejected the idea because she felt it was too rooted in the past. She wanted to create new traditions, not revisit old ones. The emotional baggage of Roloff's family history may have ultimately been too much for the relationship to survive. Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler from Little People Big World LPBW move around a lot, and this week they were not happy. Caryn, who seldom posts these days, shared on social media about not being in Arizona. Read on to find out what's going on. Caryn Chandler, who met with accusations of being a gold digger when she recently broke her Instagram silence, took to her stories on Sunday, March 17. The reel that she shared revealed Matt Roloff driving his mule as she rode as a passenger. The Little People, Big World alums were bundled up in warm clothes, as she and Matt hate the cold weather. In her reel, she asked, "Can you tell we're not in Arizona anymore?" And Matt Roloff sounded very grumpy as he replied about being back in Oregon. The TLC alums have a lovely home in Oregon, but they prefer staying in Arizona as it's much warmer. Notably, Matt's mom, Peggy Roloff, who lost her husband, Ronald, lives there as well. Actually, one of the reasons the LPBW couple delayed their wedding was because of his parents' ill health. Whenever the opportunity to go to Arizona arises, Matt and Caryn go there. In particular, it's not just a preference for warmer weather, but Matt physically aches and finds Oregon weather debilitating. What is the weather currently like in Oregon? Take a look at the video below. Rumors started this year that Matt and Caryn split. Some of those rumors started because sometimes he's in Oregon and she's in Arizona. However, while Jacob Roloff does a good job on the farm, the older man occasionally needs to be around on the Hillsborough property. Earlier this month, Matt shared how he and his fiancée went out for dinner. As they looked happy, it seemed to put the rumors to rest. Maybe that's why this time, she accompanied the LPBW patriarch to cold and miserable Oregon. Sick of hatred, trolls, and nasty assumptions, in late February, when Matt shared a post directing fans to a GoFundMe for a Marine veteran, he tore into critics. At the time, he said, "For all those ugly comments, I'm sorry you don't have the gift of giving regardless of how small or large. Giving is a pleasure and I'm grateful to those that know how." The TLC show wasn't renewed by the network, and it might never return, unless for a wedding special. While Caryn got fed up with the negativity of the show, it seems that Matt Roloff won't tolerate it these days either. So, it's not just the cold weather that makes him grumpy. Little People. Big World spoilers reveal that after Matt Roloff's fans started to ask about his relationship with Caryn Chandler, he felt that it was time to speak out about what was happening. He took to social media to share some information with fans and come clean about him and Caryn. Let's take a closer look. Matt and Caryn first met when she was the manager of the Roloff family farm. Of course, fans thought that he had cheated on his ex-wife Amy Roloff with Caryn, but they always claimed that they weren't close until after his divorce. They dated for years before Matt finally proposed, and fans thought that they would get married in 2024, but there has not been an update on social media about that. Fans of Little People, Big World have followed their story for years, and they were very excited to see them get married. However, it doesn't look as if they have had their wedding yet, or have they? Matt's followers assumed that if he and Caryn got married, he would update his fans on social media. However, they haven't seen anything showing a wedding. This is why they think that they have called it quits or things are on the rocks. Is there trouble in their relationship? Matt decided that he needed to address this so that fans would stop with the rumors. On Valentine's Day, Matt posted that he was on the farm and Caryn was in Arizona. This seemed weird to fans since they generally spend that day together. The rumors began and Matt jumped to put these to rest. Matt shared a photo of himself with Caryn recently. They looked as if they were out to dinner and fans were happy to see them together. This photo seemed to put the rumors to rest, and it looks as if they have just been too busy to have their wedding. Will fans get updates on their wedding date changing? We will have to keep an eye on Matt and Caryn to see if they share any other updates on their wedding. Little People, Big World, LPBW critics called out Chandler again, describing her as a gold digger. However, some TLC fans defended her this weekend, especially as the social media critics inferred she only posts again to boost herself as an influencer, last posted on her profile page years ago. Occasionally posts arrive on her stories, but TLC fans don't always see them. This weekend, she shared a bunch of pictures on stories and wrote, "Life lately, it's been a minute." The post arrived amid rumors that Caryn and Matt Roloff split. However, if they did, then it was temporary. Perhaps she just prefers Arizona weather to bleak Oregon in the winter. However, it's not the first time that LPBW fans accused her of being a gold digger. Those who read Amy Roloff's book seem to be her worst critics. A critic of the Little People, Big World alum felt that when the stories arrived, they confirmed Matt Roloff's fiancée as a gold digger. The reason? Well, they opined on Reddit, G-Digger got brave and posted on social for the first time in what, years? Wonder if she is trying to get into that influencer life. Sick? Some LPBW fans feel that Caryn Chandler doesn't need to dig for gold. Admittedly, she did get some cash from TLC, but she also owned property, so they believe she doesn't need Matt Roloff's money. Plus, she's had ample opportunity to become an influencer with 144K followers. The current speculation on social media also points to many people believing Matt and Caryn are not even a real couple and that they stay together for publicity. However, not everyone is Team Amy, and some of them stepped up to defend Caryn. One fan wrote, "I live in AZ. I've seen them out several times and they do act like a couple. They were sitting together once and were sharing the same side and holding hands." Next, they noted that when seen around town, they act like an ordinary, real couple. What do you think? Does Caryn really need to become an influencer? Do you agree that if she was a gold digger, she would surely spend her life posting pics on social media? Let us know in the comments below and come back here often for all your Matt Roloff surprised the Little People Big World fans with a new update on his relationship with his fiancée, Caryn Chandler. He shut down all the rumors to reveal they are still going strong. The LPBW star has ended all the speculations going on the internet about his romance. Matt and Caryn were set to tie the knot last year. However, they delayed their plans for stars have been together for a long time. Unfortunately, Matt and Caryn had to keep pushing their big day for different reasons. The pair have not posed together for a while, so fans started speculating that there could be a rough patch between them. What did Matt reveal? Are they still going strong? When are they getting married? LPBW stars. Matt and Caryn exchanged rings in season 25. The former popped up the question on the last season and she said yes. Hence, fans were anxiously waiting for their wedding in a few months. Matt's reality TV show got cancelled after a huge success, so fans felt that they could watch him on screens again with a wedding special episode. However, Matt and Caryn delayed their wedding to exchange vows in Hawaii. Later, Roloff had to push the dates further due to his mom's ailing health. Interestingly, Fans noticed that he stopped sharing anything about his fiancée on Instagram. Caryn also went silent on social media to avoid sharing any updates on her life. Naturally, fans were concerned for the pair and hoped they were still together. Well, Matt and Caryn ended all the speculations in their latest update. Little People Big World fans have spent many years watching Matt and Caryn's love story on the show. The former fell in love with the latter and exchanged rings. Hence, viewers were curious to see the couple walk down the aisle after years dating. However, Matt and Caryn raised fans' concerns when they stopped sharing any updates together. They were skeptical about their romance when they went silent about their latest dynamics. Recently, Matt shut down all the rumors of his breakup with Caryn in the latest post. He uploaded a series of pictures on Instagram to talk about the cold weather of Oregon. The LPBW star captured a beautiful view from his property covered with snow. Matt stated, "Chilly and cold here in Oregon, but very beautiful." He explained that they experience some series power outages this time of the year, but he has come up with a solution for this through his new generator. Moreover, the reality TV star added, "Enjoying Roloff farms but looking to catch up with Caryn, who is a few days ahead of me down in sunny AZ." Fans were thrilled to learn that Matt and Caryn are still going strong. They were glad that the former dismissed all the speculations going on the internet. One fan asked, "Have you and Caryn Chandler once set a date for the wedding?" Another user was happy that Matt ended all the speculations about his love life. Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler have exhibited heartless behavior in Little People Big World. The reality series debuted in 2006 and highlighted the Roloff family navigating their lives with dwarfism. Their eldest son, Zach Roloff, has been an integral part of the show. However, their family dynamic shifted when Matt and Amy Roloff decided to get divorced. From that point on, the Roloffs were never the same, and Matt started a relationship with Caryn, whom Amy believes he cheated with. Matt's ego has gotten out of control, and Little People Big World has suffered because of him. Matt and Caryn's decisions tore the family apart. One of the worst moments for the family came when Matt listed the Roloff farms without telling anyone. Amy sold her part of the farm to Matt because she believed he was leaving it to their children. He betrayed the trust of Zach, and their relationship has been fractured since. Zach and his wife, Tori Roloff, announced they won't be returning to Little People Big World, hinting that there is no future for one of the best reality TV shows, which may be Matt and Caryn's fault. Before getting engaged to Matt, she had been a long-term manager running the pumpkin patch. Amy trusted her as an employee and was taken aback when they started pursuing a real relationship. It was heartless of Caryn to start dating her employer, who was married, but it was Matt who began dating the person who ran the pumpkin patch. Looking back, their memories on the farm must be tainted with questions about when Caryn and Matt's relationship went further than an employee-to-boss dynamic. Before Matt got divorced from Amy, he was communicating inappropriately with Caryn. In Amy's memoir, A Little Me, she alleged she found messages between Matt and Caryn while they were still married. She knew Caryn because she was working as the manager of the pumpkin patch on the Roloff farms. However, Amy alleges the conversations she saw between Matt and Caryn were inappropriate and should not have been going on between two people who had a working relationship for years. Amy believes Matt and Caryn had an affair. Amy was married to Matt for over 30 years, and they had built the Roloff farms together. Caryn entered the picture as an employee working on the pumpkin patch. However, Amy alleged she found pictures and messages between them while she and Matt were married. Amy ended her marriage with Matt after that, though, however, it was shady how they entered a relationship and got engaged after he and Amy split. Their behavior towards Amy is rather patronizing. One of the oddest moments in Little People Big World Season 25 was when Matt told Amy he was leaving the farm to her if he died. It was shocking news for Amy, and she was visibly stunned when Matt told her. The moment felt like her ex-husband was trying to overcompensate for the pain he caused Amy in the past. The Roloff farms have caused quite a drama in the family's lives. Once again, Matt was using the farms as damage control for Amy. There has always been speculation that Caryn was using Matt for his money. Before they got together, Caryn was in the process of leaving her previous 2-decade-long marriage. She worked her way up the ranks on the farm and eventually became Matt's assistant. When it was revealed they were together, many of Amy and Matt's children found this odd. Appearing on a reality show for quite some years can ensure a steady flow of income. Caryn could have seen this, and Matt forms an out-of-the-blue bromance with Amy's new husband, Chris Merrick,